So are you like us and a most timer when it comes to hanging out in your RV? Or are you one of those people that has sold absolutely everything you own, including your home, and you now live full-time in your RV? You are a true nomad.
That is usually the choice a lot of people have, home base or no home base.
That's the question.
Yes, and today we want to give you 5 reasons that we decided to keep a home base.
I'm Lynn.
And I'm Danny.
And this is Bella.
Yes.
Welcome to RV America.
The original RV America.
Let's talk about home bases. We're going to share with you our reasons, and if you will stick around to the end, I'll give you a quick little tour of our home base. So when we first started RVing, the trend was to sell everything you had, move into your RV, and live full-time on the road.
In fact, sometimes some people would even look down on you if you weren't full-time. You still have a home base, so they kind of look down upon you on that.
We really thought about it.
Yeah.
I mean, like it's in the back of everyone's mind, so I think to say you didn't even think about it would just be a lie, because everyone thinks about it.
And the trend now is a lot of people are buying a cabin, buying a house, even a place just to put their RV, and having a home base. So the trend's coming around to where a lot more people are decided to have
have decided to have a home base.
Yeah, home base. As we said in the intro, we want to share with you the reasons we decided to keep a home base.
And how we make it work for us.
Speaking of that, not everything will be for everyone. Sometimes being a full-time nomad is right for you.
And there's nothing wrong with that.
There's no right or wrong.
Yeah.
We just want to give you the reasons why we chose to have a home base.
Yeah. I think you just need to do whichever works for you, and this works for us.
So the first reason that we have is the number 10. 10 grandchildren, and the majority of them live in our home base area. So with that choice, we decided to be near kids, our children, and the grandchildren. So that gave us a chance to be able to come back, have a place to stay, have a place to put the RV, and decide what we wanted to do with the kids.
Along with the kids goes the holidays. Our home is very small now because we downsized, but we have all of our holidays right here at home, and it works out great.
Yeah, still nice to be able to host the holidays, Thanksgiving, Christmas, and those are usually the 2 months that we're definitely home.
So the second reason we decided to keep our home base is our parents. At the time we started this, Danny's mother was still alive and would come and stay with us. She has since passed on. My parents live 2 hours away. My dad has passed on as well. So now we have our mom. We have my mom left, and we want to spend time with her when we can. And just being here allows us to go over and visit and then come back.
Yeah, so it really gives you a chance to spend time with extended family, your parents. So that's one of the main reasons we decided to have a home base.
Yeah, and this works for us because my mom's fairly close. Your mom may be, or your parents may live away from you, so having an RV may work for you because that way you go and stay with them.
Yeah.
It's all different, so it's a matter of what works. So the third reason that we keep our home base is because all of our doctors and dentists and people like that are right here in the town. We've had them for years. We don't want to give them up. We're kind of attached a little bit to them.
Yeah.
And then also a home base, something unexpected medically can come up, like Danny's hip surgery.
Yeah, gave me a place to recover.
Yeah, and I didn't have to mess with the sewer during his surgery. I mean, just flush the toilet and I'm done.
Yeah.
So it was great to have a stable place where I didn't have to worry about taking care of things while he was recovering.
Yeah, we had friends, he had a heart attack on the road and they had to come back to their hometown and go through the stress of now where we're gonna recover at. They had to buy a place and all that stress of buying a place while he was recovering from his heart issues. So that,
because they were not going to be able to travel anymore. I mean, at that time, so that was the big issue. They had gone full time, and at that point, we're not going to be, because of medical issues, not allowed to travel anymore. And next on our list is all of our relationships.
Lynn's lived in Clarksville for 20 years plus. I've been here 10 plus years. She lived here before we married, and we've lived the last 10 years back here so we can be near those grandchildren again. We've got friends, and we have a church family that we just love, that we want to spend time with. So we do get to come home and reconnect. Thank you.
Although we're never really disconnected while we're gone in today's world.
Right.
Yeah.
But that's just a great thing to have, is that you get to, because a lot of people worry about what happens with my friends if I go full time and sell everything about my friends back at home. So this gives you a way to reconnect, as we mentioned.
And next on our list, having a home base gives us a place to come to when there's an emergency in our world.
Yeah.
Our world is a little unstable at this point, I feel. And, you know, it's like during COVID, a lot of people were scrambling because they shut down campgrounds and they couldn't find places to go to and stay when they were full time. That was kind of the clincher for us that made us decide we want to keep our home base.
The other part to that is that you sometimes have family members that might have their own medical issues and such, and that's, some of you know that's the case we're going through right now, is that we're able to be home to help family, take them to doctor's appointments, to treatments and such. So that's another great reason to have a home base, is that you're able to come home and help.
I will say I could not imagine being in the situation that we are in right now with our daughter without having a home base, because we absolutely have to be here in this area because we're doing lots of appointments in Nashville right now, and we all take our turns and we all do what we need to do to make sure things happen. And if we did not have a home base and we were in an RV, it would just, I feel like for us, and this isn't everybody, this is just us, it would be much, much harder to have spent the winter in Tennessee.
Yeah, especially this winter. It got so cold.
This winter was so cold. Now, I also want to say, Danny doesn't have these on his list, but I'm gonna throw this in here.
A bonus.
Yeah, a bonus that he has no idea what I'm gonna say, which is probably the majority of the time. Most of the time. But I like having a home base because we travel with 2 cats and a dog. Let me tell you, our RV can get really, really dirty. And not dirty as much as hairy. And I love coming home, bringing them out of the RV and just, you know, spit shining everything so that it's ready to go for my next trip.
Yeah.
Without the hair going everywhere. And I know I could do that if they were in there with me. It would just be a little harder.
Yeah, and I think the point is it gives you a chance to do some deep cleaning or maintenance that you can do on the RV while you have everybody in here. Don't take it wrong. She keeps the RV very, very clean. She vacuuming every day or a couple times a day just to keep it clean, just as she does here in our home. That is a great point. You have a chance to do some deep maintenance or deep cleaning, and that's a little bit harder if you got pets that might zip out the door that you don't want to zip out the door.
Don't want to zip out the door, which we don't want any of ours to zip out the door.
Yeah.
And another thing that I like.
Let's change this to 7 things.
Yeah, 7 things, and he may actually delete these when he goes through. But another thing that I like is I like that it gives me a place, like for my clothes in the RV, I can completely switch wardrobes because I don't carry that much with me. So if I'm gone 5 months, then when I get back, I can either leave them out there or I can swap them out and take something else out there, and I've got a place for storage.
Yeah, we've talked about that before too. We didn't think about it when we make up this list. So when you're full time, you're taking 4 seasons worth of clothes, and so that's taking up a lot of space. But if we know we're going to be in Montana for the summer, then we know what kind of clothes we need and a light jacket or whatever the case may be. So it really, really is a good point that when you have a home base, you can leave some things that you might not be using. If you're in Florida in the winter, you don't need your heavy coats. You know?
Yeah, so don't need your ski jacket.
Save space.
Right, so.
Any more?
Any more? Well, let me think a minute. I guess that's about it as far as the reasons go. But if I come up with any more, I'll just interrupt him and say.
Yeah, she's good at that.
Yeah.
So
we thought we would share with you in this video some of the things that we did good ways back to help make our home base work better for us.
Right.
When we first started talking about retirement, we lived in a 5,200 square foot house.
And that's a different story.
That's a different story. We're not even gonna go there.
We stumbled upon that, and like I said, a different story. So.
But we lived in a 5,200 square foot house. We had a yard to maintain. I had a whole lot of housework to do. I had lots of bathrooms to clean. I always had company because people, when you're in a house that big, people want to come and
stay or live
with you. Yeah. So one of the things that we did when we started talking was saying, and we knew we wanted to retire early, so we said we've got to get rid of this monster size house.
Yeah, and the house payment.
So we took and put our house on the market. And we went from 5,200 square feet to a 1,500 square foot condo. And I have to tell you, I absolutely love it. So the downsizing made a lot of sense to us. Downsizing allowed us to get into something we could better manage. We are in the condo, which means we do not worry about yard work when we leave. Our yard is taken care of. Now, I know condo living isn't for everyone, but it works great for us.
Yeah.
We're in a retirement community.
So
We're the youngest ones here.
Right. So the first tip there, as Lynn mentioned, was downsizing. So that's the first thing you might want to consider is, should I downsize to so I don't have to worry about a bigger house to take care of? And the second point was, what worked for us was a condo.
Because we knew we weren't going to be here a lot.
And when we go, we just lock the door and they're taking care of the grass. They're trimming the leaves, putting out the mulch, paint and patch anything on the outside.
We have a little switch in our garage and we can just flip that switch and the water's turned off to the house. We have a Nest thermostat. We adjust it to where it needs to be depending on the season.
Right.
Our utilities are very low, which helps our budget compared to the big house.
Right, and the taxes are lower. So when you downsize and get into a condo or something similar, then those really have a lot of advantages.
A lot of advantages. And it's not just the payment on the house, it's also the property taxes, the utilities, the maintenance, things like that you have to have money to take care of those things. And the smaller the house, the less money you have to have.
And another tip we wanted to give you was, when you have an RV and a home base, you have a choice. Do I bring all the pots and pans and dishes in and out, which might save you a little money, but then gives you a lot more stress and hassle. So that's one thing we decided to do, was try to get basically two of most anything, 2 coffee pots, two of this, 2 of that. That means you're less unpacking and repacking an RV.
I have 2 of everything so that I don't take anything in and out of the RV, because that just sounds like a pain in the caboose.
Yeah, and there are some things we take out. The refrigerator, if we're home for those 2 months for November, December for holidays, then we're going to unload the refrigerator and bring those into the condo. There's a few clothes that we might want, or shoes or something that we want to take out in and out, but not a lot. Unless we're trading out for a season, but we're usually chasing 70-degree weather, so usually a lot of the same clothes just stay out there. And there's a few cosmetics or other things that she might take out that if we're leaving it during a hot month somewhere.
Yeah, you don't want anything to stay in your rig that's going to melt in the summer, so we'll have to bring anything.
We came home towards the end of the summer and
melt or rot.
Yeah,
potatoes melt or rot.
Yeah, we've had someone said they left a potato in their RV and the smell later on. So
the tip to that is, the more that you're able to just leave in your rig, the less you will have to move in and out.
Right.
Which will save you time and stress.
Right.
And then you won't forget it if it's already there.
We've had people ask about how big our condo is. Some people have stopped by wanting to see it. Some of our friends that we've traveled with in the past. And what we want to do is give you a little short tour of what it looks like.
Now, it is nothing fancy, because I'm not a fancy person, as y'all know. Very, very down-to-earth, homey, and I'm not a really big decorator either, because I call them cue-ticklers or dust collectors. So I don't do knickknacks, because I don't want to dust them.
Yeah,
so
because if you're gone for 3 months, can you imagine the dust on all these little knickknacks if we had them here? But we do have a place that we're proud of, and then we just want to show you around a little bit.
Hi, welcome to our home. So our condo is one that has a reverse house plan. In other words, the living room is at the back of the house. At the front of the house is our office, green screen. It used to be a bedroom, but I took the bedroom and got rid of it and made it into an office. We have 3-bedroom. This is a garage, which I'm not going to show yet. This right here is our laundry room. Small, but efficient. This is a guest room. And if you like the picture, it's one that I took of my neighbor's flowers years ago. Had it framed. Fits well in this room. These are both closets, coat closets over here. Just a hall closet there with a guest bath. Just simple. Our family room has plenty of space in it for us. We have a sectional because we have a large family, so we need a lot of places to sit. And then we'll go on this way and we'll have the kitchen and dining room. You wouldn't believe how many people you can feed in here when the notion takes you. because, matter of fact, today we're having a big family gathering. This is one of my favorite features of the house, my pantry. I love the big pantry that came with this house. It was one of the selling points. So this is the master bedroom, which is perfect for our size. We don't watch TV in the bedroom, by the way. I know a lot of people do, but we don't. And this is our master bath, which is really good size. That's about it. Fits us perfectly. And like I said, we can leave and lock the door and all is done. So we really hope you were able to get something out of this video that was helpful and useful.
Yeah, because you might be a full-time RVer that's starting to get on that trend of, should I get a home base? So we hope that helps you. Or if you're just starting your RV adventure and you're debating, do I sell everything or do I keep a home base? We hope these tips and the why we did it helps you out.
Yep. Until next time, God bless and many safe travels.
And go RV America.